We've decided to take a road trip in two of the worst cars we have to northwestern Sweden and a bit into Norway. My white 900, it needs a bit of work to get going. The brakes are probably pretty rusty. The exhaust system is about to fall off.
Yeah, this is not gonna be very good. I think I've blown a head gasket. That's not great. Definitely not any milkshake.
It's just a coolant jacket, so it's not great, but not terrible.
It's good now. This car is supposed to self-adjust, but it doesn't. So then you manually need to adjust your handbrake each year. The brake line going to the front right caliper was pretty severely rusted, so I decided to replace it. That is coming from the spindle, so I have to replace that as well. Wow.
This V4, it's just been sitting. Probably the brakes and the fuel system and all that stuff needs to be checked over. Some slight carburetor issues. We found some more issues with the 96. This lower joint here is cracked. This brake hose twisted, so it's starting to crack up here. CV boot, as you can see, is split open. We might not actually be able to fix in time before the road trip.
Since the V4 will not make it to the inspection, we thought it would be more fun to get another old Saab running. And that car is right here. This is Adrian's Saab 90. The problem is it has some really bad rusted brake lines in the front.
Crispy brake lines.
So it's never been tested if it's reliable or not.
As we say in Sweden, let's hold our thumbs. As some of you may recall, Adrian does not actually know that we're fixing the last things on his project car. So me and Kråkan, we're gonna take both cars to the safety inspection and get them road legal for the trip. And then surprise Adrian with it.
One of the brakes seemed to be maybe stuck on a bit. The rim was quite hot, but we'll see.
Hopefully that will be fine. In Sweden, there's actually different rules about safety inspection depending on how old your car is. But after these first 5 years, you get the regular interval of 14 months. But once your car turns 30, it's referred to as a veteran car, and you no longer need to pay the typical road tax, as well as reverting to 24-month inspection period. And then, after an additional 20 years, you can take your veteran car to get the final inspection. And if this passes, you no longer need to get this car inspected regularly. The car's health is up to you yourself. And since my car is from 82 and Adrian's from 85, they both classify as veteran cars and only need to get inspection every other year. Unfortunately, both cars have been off the road for some time and needs the inspection to be allowed back on the road again.
Okay, reveal. Blanked.
Since Adrian's car passed the inspection, it's free to roam the earth for 2 more years. But my car, I knew I was gonna be very close with the exhaust, but I decided to give it a try anyway. Hold up, wait. If I knew it was gonna be close, why didn't I just fix it better to make sure it would pass? Well, that's because the inspection laws goes a bit deeper. You can get a few different types of remarks on the inspection. If you get 1, there is something minor that the inspection expects everyone to be able to fix by themselves. Basically, they let you pass if you promise to fix the car. But if you instead get a 2, that means something is wrong with your car that the average driver might not be expected to be able to fix, like an exhaust leak or pulsating brakes. With this, you get 1 month access to the roads, with the thought being that you can drive the car to a workshop and have them fix the issue. Critically, the car is still considered safe to drive. You also get another month to get the car inspected again. If you don't make it in time, you just have to get the full inspection again. But then we got the 3. If you get the 3, that means something is critically wrong with your car and you're not allowed to drive the car off the premise, legally banning the vehicle from use on public roads. This means getting it trailered or getting a dolly to get it back home. A 3 is most commonly found on vehicles with leaking brake system or major structural damage. If your car fails, you also get a small little flag as a token of your failure as a motorhead. Since I knew I was gonna go on a trip just days later and just be gone for like a week, I knew that I would be fine with anything that wasn't a 3. So what if my 900 needs to be inspected again in 30 days? It's not like I'm gonna drive it anymore after the trip anyway. It's just gonna be put away for winter. So knowing that, I didn't want to spend any more money to get the car on the road for the trip. Luckily, I'm in a position where I don't actually need this car to be legal on the road for more than this trip. I've got my other 900. I don't need it. So that's why I decided not to fix it any further. As you might have guessed already, my car did not pass the inspection. It got a 2 on the exhaust leak, which means I passed my goal of not receiving a 3. Woohoo. And now we needed to get Adrian's reaction to us having fixed his car and then inform him that it would be one of the cars going on the trip. I was a bit too excited to actually show him the car, so I kind of forgot to film. So here is a recreation of what his reaction looked like 2 years later.
What? You got it back on the road? But how did you... It's not insured.
Anyway, now the only thing left is for us to give our cars some cleaning, and then we're off on our adventure. Next time, the trip begins, so be sure to not miss that. And lastly, I want to thank you all for your support and for watching these videos, even though my upload schedule have been a bit unreliable. Stay safe, and I will see you in the next episode.